Okay, in this video I'm going to show you how to use options from the Logic tab. So I'm going to use the on button A pressed as the trigger for my code, and I'm going to go into Logic and I'm going to use these particular type of blocks called conditional blocks. And these conditional blocks essentially will make a decision based on whether or not this particular statement is true. So I'm just going to pull that out. Now these two blocks, I should say, are pretty much identical. I can use just a simple if statement. So if this is true, then execute the code in here, or I can use an if else. And an if else is simply, if this is true, run this code, or if this is not true, run this code. And of course I can always minimize it to make it both of them exactly the same. So my condition is simply going to be based on temperature. So I'm going to use this little logic block called a comparison, and you'll notice that it's a 6-sided polygon, which is a hexagon, and it should fit into this particular part of the if statement. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to check the temperature, and if the temperature is below 20 degrees, I'm going to get it to show one type of an emoticon, and if it's not less than 20 degrees, it's going to show another emoticon. Now how do I do that? Now I know you're saying to yourself, well, how's it going to record the temperature? So in the system there is a built-in thermometer, so it's looking at the room temperature of wherever this site is hosted. So it's not going to be the temperature of your room, I guess. It's going to be the temperature of the room where this particular software is run. So it's going to be, you know, somewhere between 15 and 20 degrees. So if we go back into input, and if we're going to essentially use this sensor. So this is the temperature sensor that would be on your Microbit. And I'm going to change the mathematical operator. Let's say if it's less than, and I'm going to say 20 degrees. And if I go here and go to icon, let's pick an appropriate icon. Less than 20 degrees. Let's just pick this small little square. And if the temperature is not less than 20 degrees, I'm just going to bring an else in here. I'm going to have a different icon, and let's have a large rhombus or diamond. So when I press the button A, it will check the temperature. If the temperature is less than 20 degrees, it shows this icon. Else, if it's not less than 20 degrees, it will show this icon. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to have another option here. When button B is pressed, I want it to clear the screen. So if I just put that in there. So that's it, compiling it. And when the color comes back, it means that it's ready to run the code. So now if I just make sure the screen is cleared, press button A, and there it shows you what the temperature is. Temperature is 21 degrees. So it's not going to run this code because the temperature is not less than 20 degrees. It's going to run this block of code because that is not true. In other words, that equates to false. And then I can just press B, and that will clear the screen. Okay.